No, I think I would have been scrappy in that situation, but I got jumped by like a fat chick and then another chick that also weighed more than me at a time that I was not expecting. I was just trying to have time at the bar and be
Yeah.
drunk. So yeah.
Hmm. Speaking of bars and being drunk in fights,
Oh
when I
Lord.
was
And I
talking
lost my
to
beautiful hot pink shoe.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Mindset Talks Pod. Blah, 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 blah.
Run that back.
Oh, man. Should we re-record that?
Nah, they know who we are. Y'all, we're here for another
Oh,
episode of Mindset
shit.
Talks Podcast, your favorite podcast with your not so favorite topics.
Oh, look at
So
you.
I had to come through for you, my girl. That's why
Mm,
we're here, co-host, yin and yang. I got you. We're only human, a little tongue-tied there, but you good now?
one of those days. I'm not all there. So it won't be the first, I'm sure.
That's all right. Keeps it fun. I like it. Makes me giggle. I'm sure our listeners are
Aw,
giggling with us, so.
I hope so. And sorry, I got a little close to the mic there, so I apologize if I hurt your eardrums.
Well,
Oh,
my
man.
friend, how are you? What's going on? What's happening? What's new? Talk to us.
Ugh, I don't want to. You're too chipper for me right now. I'm just not. I'm just not there. Maybe a little TMI, but I'm just not feeling good today. So
Yeah,
I'm just trying to like push through here.
you look like you're struggling a little bit. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie.
Well, good because I am.
Well, I'm
I
glad
won't
you're
lie
looking
about it.
genuine to your feelings. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I wear it
yeah,
on my face. I'm not really good at like hiding that shit. So
yeah, yeah. You really aren't, to be honest. And I'm like, I feel like I'm a magician at that stuff. Like,
yeah, yeah, you
it's
are.
an acquired skill. I could
Hmm.
teach you, maybe. I don't know.
I just don't even know if I care enough, really.
Mm,
You
understood.
know, I like
Yeah.
to be raw and real and
Mm,
authentic. You know,
Does that
well,
make me
I'm
less
just.
raw? I mean, does it make me less real?
I mean, you're
I'm
not really
really
being
good at
honest.
it.
Yeah, but
Am I
you're not.
being honest, or am I
No.
protecting someone's feelings because I'm able to switch off my negativity at times? I could be a savage.
Mm.
Just saying. I know
You
what I'm
know,
capable of, and I choose not to go there.
it's interesting you say that. Me and my
Why?
boyfriend were having a conversation the other day,
Ooh, please
and
share.
he was pretty much telling me that, like, out of all of my friends, I am the least feisty, like, the least likely to, like, get into, like, an actual, like, fight.
Mm.
Um, but which is, I'm not here to deny it. I might be a little more scrappy than, like, I don't know, one person maybe, but
Mm.
probably not. But I am very, um, how did I say it? I forget. But I'm very, eager to be verbal, I guess, in,
Mm.
like,
Okay.
altercations. Um, and, we were kinda, like, going through and, like, talking about everybody, and I don't know, when it comes to you, I was just very like, "Hmm, I don't know." I've never really heard Amanda really just, like, go off necessarily, like, like, I know
Hmm.
you, like, I know, like, how you get but you're not really one of the ones to just kind of, like, be, you know
Rah rah rahing.
Yeah.
No. Nope. Nope. Yeah, no, I save those for in case of emergency. Like it's one of those like in cartoons or like in shows, they have something in a glass case and you have to break it in order to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, case of emergency. That's when I have that. Like I have to feel very driven to that point. And I'm able to protect myself from that point for a while.
Mhm.
But it has to be something very near and dear. And like I'll give you an example without giving full detail. There was a person that I would say was stalking me, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh,
And this person had stalked me just days before my mom passed away. And
oh.
if that person were to confront me now, the fact that they stalked me 5 days before my mom passed away,
Mhm.
I might be. hitting that glass with a little small hammer might hit the raw, raw,
Interesting.
raw because my mom wasn't feeling good at that time. Like I was literally being stalked, like driving in the car with my mom. So
Mm.
that is a type of situation for me that can take me over the brink. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but other situations, I've come to learn to, I guess, politely say not so polite things.
That I could see.
And that's how I get through some situations. So like for example, I was working and I needed a date for something for a customer, but the date hadn't been arranged and it's been like 2 weeks. So
Mhm.
I reached out to the store for assistance in getting that date arranged for the customer because it's something that should have taken a week, but now it's 2 weeks and we still. So I reached out to a specific person at the store and
Mhm.
I said, "Hey, can you help me with this?" I've reached out to the first person I should have reached out to. They've given me nothing. So now I'm asking for your help in this. That person
Right.
gonna email me back talking about some, well, don't you have the phone numbers? Why didn't you call them? This, that, and the third, blah, blah. So I just replied and I said, well, unfortunately, my phone isn't working. And I'm just trying to get the customer help in a timely manner because we have exceeded the expectations on the time frame we should have gotten.
Yeah. Oh,
In
yeah.
other words, help the fucking customer. It's
Right.
not for me, it's for them.
Yeah.
And then the funny part of the story is the next day I got my phone for work and I
Mhm.
called that person that had emailed me because I really didn't have a phone number to the person they said I should have had the phone number to. So I had to
Yeah.
call them to get the phone number. Man, were they nice as pie when I called. I said, "Yeah, this is Amanda. We were emailing blah 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 about such and such." "Oh yeah, yeah, blah blah."
Of course, people
Okay.
always like that when they, like, talk to you versus personally,
Typing,
whatever
yeah,
the
they wanna
case
be
is.
little what do you call it? Keyboard gangsters, whatever that stuff
Yeah.
is. But
Mhm.
it's
Internet
just
thugs.
yeah, internet thugs. I'd rather just say something and kill them with kindness, I guess, um,
Yeah, that you
to
do.
their level. Unless I have,
Mhm.
like, some real good shit to talk, then I might use it, but
Yeah, but
I have no
generally speaking,
interest.
you're not very scrappy.
No, 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 I'm not a combative person, honestly.
Mm.
I can be, and I have felt, like, rage within me before, but I
Yeah, of
just
course.
don't wanna take myself there because I'm honestly afraid of blacking out and not knowing what the fuck I'm about to do.
Oh god.
So I rather just stay conscious and
Mhm.
be well aware of the situation so I can see all around me and not just hone in on one person
Yeah.
and get my ass beat. So I,
Get your
I've
ass
been
beat.
I've been jumped before. Well, because I've been jumped before by more than one person. So it's just one of those
Wait,
things where
do I know this?
you and I and Nat can talk about this at another occasion.
But wait, no, I'm saying, but, like, do I know this already? I feel
Bitch, if
like
you didn't know this story, we got a problem.
oh, girl, I don't remember
You
anything.
weren't there, so just in case you thought you were there, you missed
N
something.
No, God, no.
Okay.
I would certainly remember something like that
Okay.
because trust and believe that is a time where I would become very physically
Yeah.
scrappy and not just verbally.
Yeah. No, I think I would have been scrappy in that situation, but I got jumped by a fat chick and then another chick that also weighed more than me at a time that I was not expecting. I was just trying to have time at the bar and be
Yeah.
drunk. So yeah.
Hmm. Speaking of bars and being drunk in fights,
Oh
when I
Lord.
was
And I
talking
lost my
to
beautiful hot pink shoe.
when I was talking to him about all of that, that lovely story came up into conversation.
Oh
I was
my
like, "Here
gosh.
is a prime example of how I'm just verbally combative and, don't
Y'all,
get into
I
fights
I was
because"
gonna make an attempt in being physical, but don't fight at the end of the night. Fight at the beginning of the if you're gonna go out and drink and you wanna fighting for one. I just want y'all to know that I really
No,
don't.
no.
But if you're gonna go out and fight at the bar or the club or wherever there's a place where people are drinking alcohol, fight before you drink a lot because things like that can cause you to get knocked off a stage and lose a shoe and leave the night with only one shoe. So And yes, I am speaking from experience. Never in my life did I think I was going to share that story with the world, but there that goes.
I
Y'all, I
mean,
was young and
technically, we
dumb.
didn't really share the whole story, but,
We didn't.
we
We
don't we
didn't.
don't we don't have to go there. I just,
Just know the inside of that shoe was hot pink and them shits were pretty.
it
And to
was
that one-legged bitch out there that got my shoe, I want my shoe
oh,
back.
man. Girl, please, damn well security probably just threw that shit in the trash.
I know. It was raining that night.
It was a night to remember, let me tell you.
Y'all ever walked on metal with one shoe? Metal staircase? I probably
I
should have had a
didn't,
tetanus shot after that.
because I still had both of mine, so
And that's how much I love Cassie. I lost one of my favorite shoes
oh,
for
man.
her.
I know, I felt so bad. But they wouldn't let us go back in and get it.
But her shoe is in there. Get her shoe. We weren't even trying to go for another person. We just want the shoe. The bitch is probably in the back, like, rah, 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 I got your shoe.
I can't. Oh, man, the many untold stories of the adventures of
Mm,
Cassie and Amanda.
wow. Y'all really
Oh,
just, I would say y'all took us there, but Cassie, you just took us there. Oh my
I did.
gosh.
I
You
did,
just
I
took us
did.
there, but that was fun because I really was not expecting, like I said, I was not expecting to ever talk about that. Like in general, nonetheless on our podcast, but like in general, now people just know like Amanda was a fake rowdy person back in the day because I was not really actually rowdy. So
Well, you were a little rowdy, but you're the one that kept saying the story about the shoe. I wasn't even going there.
I'm sorry, but you know that it triggered me and brought me there. You know it was going to.
Did I?
Y'all, look at Cassie's face. This is the shit that she does. She plays this little cute little innocent. Did I? Oh, yeah, bitch, you know exactly what you were doing. Just like when she tries to change the topic on me.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
Speaking of, because I don't even know how we got here in the first place.
sure don't. Speaking of, should I mention my Black History fact for this week's episode?
You know what? Yeah, let's get right into it.
Let's get to it
Enough
because
of the
what are we
sidetrack.
doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? No.
I don't know.
So for this week's episode, our Black History fact is about yes, I took notes because
Oh,
my brain is fried, but Carter G. Woodson. Who is he, did we ask?
no idea.
Woodson is the reason why we have Black History Month.
Oh,
He had created um was it was like Black American Week, something like that. So here I
mhm.
go, already forgetting my details. So back in 1926, I got that part down. I'm going to say the name of the week right. It's
Oh
Negro
God.
History Week in 1926. It was the second week of February to pretty much coincide with Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass's birthdays,
Hmm.
to be able to celebrate the heritage of Black Americans.
Okay.
So, it literally was on Black History Month that we call it now was literally only a week or two in February
Mm-hmm.
until 1976 when it
Oh,
had became Black History Month. So,
really?
yeah, I
Really
didn't
not that
realize.
long.
No, it really isn't at all.
Mm.
And um so Carter, he pretty much was like Black Americans need to be proud of what we have and what we've achieved and accomplished. And he felt like Americans were overlooking those accomplishments and ignoring the accomplishments of Black Americans.
Mhm.
So, he petitioned and put in all that work for America to be able to celebrate our history as Black Americans. And he actually passed away before it became Black History Month. But, of course, after developing that following and, you know, things always come about better in numbers,
Mhm.
it then was switched to Black History Month. So I thought it was pretty neat because I didn't realize that we only started off with just like a mere week in February
Right.
to celebrate our heritage. And, you know, he also was like, history textbooks do not speak on Black history in the light that it needs to be spoken on. So
Mm.
having this time in February was another way for that light to be shining on our history. So I kept it short and sweet this week, and that's where Black History Month had came from. So
Well,
you're
I think
welcome.
that's pretty cool and interesting, but I must say I'm a little disappointed in him because,
He
I know
picked the
you want it
shortest
to
month.
be yeah, like, I know you want it to be around, like, the birthdays, which is, like, all
Right.
cool and everything, but, like, really, dude, you could
Right.
pick, December? Something?
Nah, December's cold. They should have picked like June or July when it's like warm outside.
Right,
You have
something,
Juneteenth in June, but
right.
I also don't know the exact date for Juneteenth, so I'm gonna be that person to say that. I'm sorry to my
June 19th.
No, I know June 19th, but I'm saying the year.
Oh,
So I
it's
don't
like
know if that was after his death, which I feel like Juneteenth was like officially celebrated after his death.
mm,
So unfortunately that might have been the case, but
when did you say that he died?
in 1950, I believe he had a heart attack or a stroke.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So Um, it's actually kind of sad because I don't remember hearing his name, and I'm sure it probably like I learned about it in school, but it really didn't ring a bell for me. And I feel like when it's Black History Month, we need to hear his name more often. Carter G. Woodson. Like, why don't we, hear his name more often when it comes to celebrating Black History Month?
Yeah, no, that's true, you definitely should, and,
Hmm.
hopefully with us mentioning this beautiful fact, we can kind of help spread the word a little bit because
Yes,
it is important. And
for sure.
I'm reading here, it says that Juneteenth was originally celebrated in Texas in 1866.
1866. He had time. He wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
The audacity.
So so yeah,
The
I don't know.
audacity. I mean,
Interesting.
he had I guess he was working on crunch time. He got his diploma at 20. He got his diploma within 2 years. I had seen Carter Carter
Oh,
did. So I'm like, wow, this man had a different focus, and I guess maybe he just thought if he went with the shortest month, then it would be something that would be like that we could work with,
something
that America
cool.
would work with, I should say, not we, America.
Right.
You know, try to
So
grab the little bit that he could get. But hey,
maybe.
he helped to make a difference. And, if he didn't do what he did, I wouldn't be mentioning Black History facts most likely on our episodes. So,
That is very true. So shout out to Carter.
Carter. Hey,
Appreciate
Carter. Thank you, Carter. So yeah, that's my Black History fact for this week.
Well,
Thank you for
thank you
listening.
for dropping that gem. That's pretty it's
Yeah.
definitely interesting. You're keeping us up to date this month and I am here for it and loving every minute of it. So appreciate
Hey.
you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
um but speaking of like facts and spreading awareness to things, something that
Yes.
just came across my little noggin today, which is something that I should have known previously. But there's so many
We
things to like keep up with and whatever, who can really keep track of all these things anymore? So it feels like
life.
there kind of is something like every month or every week. Um, but February is also, in addition to Black History Month, and I think it's also National Heart Awareness, whatever. Um, but most importantly, it is Cancer Prevention Month.
Yes. How?
Mm. Girl, I
February's
don't know.
almost over. We're just now talking about it. But
Well,
that's because
we're like
we didn't
halfway.
want to exhaust y'all. We don't want to exhaust talk. That's what we're here for. But we had to bring it
Exactly.
back.
We did because, unfortunately, it is,
Mm,
one of the top leading causes of death. So
mm.
comes up all the time and it's good to have these awarenesses in these months and all these different things relating to it because the more you talk about things the more you can hopefully try to prevent them
Yes, absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
Um,
So one of the things we can also do, which I was just thinking, we always say get your screenings done, right? When it comes to prevention for cancer, that definitely is a big thing, and I think that's something that should stay at the top.
mhm.
But even take a look because I just recently did it, and I've been doing it since like 2015. If your employer has like a wellness program
Oh, mhm,
where you can get screenings done. I go and do that. It's free. It allows a discount on my medical from me doing it,
mhm.
along with a few other checklist items. But, by doing that, there's just pretty much a little look with some blood work on what's going on with your body. So it's just able to keep an eye out for those red flags if you need to.
Mhm.
And even if you don't need to, it's just nice to just see how your health is going because I can look at my previous results and see, what they were and compare them to, year by year. So I think that is something that people should, if they aren't already, take advantage of.
Yeah, no, I think that's interesting, that's pretty cool. I know, like, at my job, they have, like sometimes they'll have people come in to, like, do, like, blood pressure testing and, like, things like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think we have anything quite to what you're talking about,
Hmm.
but I think it's important to kind of know, like, what your companies and businesses, do offer because that is
Yeah,
important.
definitely. Definitely agree. You really can't, you just shouldn't take the risk, in letting something be there. Another way of prevention would be diet, taking a look at what we're our bodies
Mhm.
and what we're getting out of that. That can affect our health immensely as well, as most of us already know.
Well, yeah, definitely. Considering that, well, I'm not going to say obviously, but considering that lung cancer is, one of the most common forms of cancer and stuff. So just something as simple as like stop smoking. I won't say it's simple because I know for some people it is a struggle.
Hmm.
But if we can better our health in that regard and, stop smoking, stop drinking, eating right and just overall being healthy and stuff to improve that because although there's a lot of things that you can't prevent,
Hmm.
some things are going to happen, but if you can kinda, like, minimize, like, your intake and stuff, your chances may be better off if you're able to kind of, like, focus on those things, so,
Definitely. Great point.
yeah.
Very great point. Sorry.
Awkward
Random
silence
Amanda and
here.
Cassie moment, just looking at each other. Y'all ain't even gonna lie. I just get nervous that I'm just gonna start freezing or breaking up in the middle of the episode because I've had so many triggering weeks that I feel slightly traumatized by my internet right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I'm gonna be a little honest, and I'm sure some of the listeners already know this, but it's, been a little spotty here and there, but overall, it's not too bad. So,
Mm, I
so far
apologize, y'all.
so far,
I
so good.
apologize.
Um, but to stay a little bit on track, one of the other things in order for you guys to kind of like help prevention is go out and spread the word. So whether it's something you guys come across, on social, or if you guys are, I don't know, just even like talking to people and stuff like that. If someone's not feeling well or something, encourage them to get checked out and see what's going on with them. Don't be afraid to share, a little Mindset Talks podcast post because we try our best to put out information there for you guys to be able to share with the intent of spreading that awareness to make people, more again aware of, different things that are out there. So that's something or one of the numerous charities that they have out there. You guys can certainly donate
Yes.
because research is huge. And it truly does make a difference because the scientists and stuff are really able to look at this stuff and, help try to prevent things or, there's the over thing, like, there's no cure for cancer, but, like, there are things that they can do to, either get closer to that or just really understanding it better so we can help, make medications or, better treatments and stuff so that way people aren't having to do chemo and radiation and all that kind of stuff, and we've
Right.
got, immunotherapy and things of that nature, so
Yes, and definitely be supportive. Just how you mentioned, if you feel like someone should go get checked out, offer to go with that person to get checked out, because sometimes people are just so nervous. I know I would be super nervous, and it can be a lot easier having someone by your side or by their side to be able to go and get that check in and see how their health is doing.
Yeah, definitely. That's important. Don't be afraid to go with them or ask if they want company.
Very true. Ask them. Offer them a ride and sit in the car.
Right. That's true too. That can also go a long way. You never know.
Mhm. Absolutely. Look at you dropping good little facts. I love it.
Me, that was you.
No, before me. I just
Oh,
fed off of what you had. That's all.
gotcha. Well, I think that's kind of all I have.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, when it comes to cancer prevention, I feel like our society is doing a good talking about it often, and we all should have a pretty good understanding as to what it entails. So we need to just get out there and do it and be safe.
yes, I definitely agree. So, guys, make sure you don't forget to go out there and spread that word. But I don't have anything else for anybody. Do you?
Girl, go ahead and wrap this episode on up.
All right, I will do so because your internet is making me a little nervous. So we will go on and talk to you guys in our next episode. Make sure you don't forget to check us out on YouTube and Facebook and also on Instagram, where you can like, follow, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And until next time, we will talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.